From dawn to morning, heavy rains poured over Lira City. But that did not stop hundreds of Christians from making their way to different places of worship. At All Saints Cathedral Boroboro, believers arrived in cars, others on motorcycles, and many on foot, determined to celebrate Easter, the cornerstone of the Christian faith, marking the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Here, the service was led by the Bishop Professor Alfred Olua of Lango Diocese with a message centered on hope, faith, and transformation.
You cannot encounter the risen Christ and remain the same. So I ask you today, have you truly received Christ? Have you surrendered your life to Him? Remember, Christianity is not just about going to church.
He noted that death remains a frightening reality even for religious leaders, but urged believers to find courage in the risen Christ.
Then there are some people who say there are some sins you can ignore. Like there have been some people who have taken money from politicians and didn't give the politicians the vote. I think if the politicians face them, will say, next time, don't repeat. So there are different ways of looking at sin. But in the eyes of God, every sin matters.
The bishop also warned against laziness, describing it as a major driver of crime in the society, calling on Christians to embrace hard work.
Our God is a working God. No room for laziness. So we must be people who read the Word of God and work.
Meanwhile, the Cathedral Chancellor Charles Elemogwal reminded residents to respect both God's law and the laws of Uganda.
Somebody can come and maybe hit the reverend on the head. The reverend says, I've forgiven you. But the law, criminal laws, will not forgive you. For us, we go to court and say, what does court think about this?
Lira City Mayor Sam Atul highlighted the growing desperation among residents, urging for patience and fairness, especially during the ongoing cattle compensation processes.
The cattle compensation, everybody wants to be number one. If you've benefited from PDM, for example, can you just wait a little bit? So let's share in the little that is going to come.
Sam Molang, assistant RCC, rallied Christians to embrace transformation, drawing inspiration from the life of Apostle Paul to live with purpose and integrity.
Pursue peace, unity, selfless service, reflecting the light of the risen Lord and our commitment to the development of our city.
Despite the rain, the message of Easter, hope, renewal, and victory over death resonated strongly among believers here in Lira City. Ed Ulwa, UBC News.